Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Crystal, and we're getting back into Baddies USA. This episode's title is Man Down. And no shade, after watching this episode, I understand why. Because baby, it was a man down situation. Hello? So they picked right up where they left off, okay? Just pure chaos. So Big E, she trying to figure out what's going on. And she looked over and see Smiley ducking, wrecking this bitch, okay? Smiley ducking behind the cameras, trying to scoot out the room. She said, come here. I need that for my man's, period. Womp, 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 all upside Smiley head. So, you know, and Biggie, she came with that force, okay? Almost took Smiley tit off her shoulders, okay? Sapphire looked really good in this confessional, too. No shade. She ate down. I love the black and gold. It looked really good. Next, here come Tinkerbella, with Cold Killer's hat on. And Killer clocked it for real. Tinker was expected, to have Cold Killer, turn her every which way but loose. And that wasn't the case, so they go at it again. So they give us quick glimpse of Gretchen. And Miss Mamas is knotted up, okay? Naughty, knotted bitches that, girl. Next thing I know, here comes Big Lex. She wants Tavy and Fauna for jumping her at the Baddies Africa reunion, okay? So she walks up and instantly starts giving it to Tavy. Mink, 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 okay? So they get a quick 2 rounds. Then, once she's done with that, she gets it with Fauna, okay? And, Fauna swinging fast, but baby, Big Lex is swinging hard and with accuracy, okay? She's popping Fauna all up in her face, okay? So it's just pure chaos. And then the OGs pull up, witnessing all the mess. And they like, what the hell is going on in here, okay? So next, Summer starts popping it. She starts popping her lips to Taseki and Krishan. And, Taseki lunged at Summer, and I hollered because she wanted her so bad. Like, it did not matter. She wanted Summer so bad. It was like a lioness, okay? So it got to the point, like, Summer's running in circles trying to escape the wrath that is Taseki, okay? And it's so funny because, like, she's not even attacking her. She's literally just open hand smacking the out of Summer, okay? What she deserved, no shade. While all this is going on, we got Big Biggie and Anna tag teaming Smiley, okay, on the next side of the room. And let me remind y'all, this is supposed to be a presidential dinner, okay? So Smiley, she starts saying she feeling lightheaded, and then she ends up passing out. And I think it was Sapphire who said, get up. We're not doing this, Smiley. Like, ma'am, she is on the floor, okay? She is passed out. What do you mean we're not doing this? Like, excuse me. So they end up, dragging Smiley out of the place via ambulance. And, Biggie over there smiling like, girl, please, like. But on the other hand, allegedly, she was giving Biggie hell. So, I mean, how do y'all feel about that? Because I'm an Aries, okay? I'm a fire sign. And I am definitely one for, the whole lick back. So, I mean, I would have probably, no shade, I would have probably laughed at her too. No, not laughing, but, it is what it is. You understand? Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. So, Krishan is conversating with Tommy. Enters Big Lex into the, situation, the conversation. She enters herself into that. No shade. I see it from both sides. If I'm sitting in a room and somebody's like loud talking me, you understand, when they're talking like directly about me, but they're not saying my name, I'm probably going to speak up and say something too. No shade. What's that, bitch? What you want to do? No shade. Shoot me. Smoke me, bitch. Smoke me. Okay. Word to Miss Kayla Buck Life. Okay. But, so Lex speaks up, and she's lucky Krishan is reformed, because the way Krishan would have popped her, and Krishan wanted to pop her, like, you seen, no shade, shout out to Krishan, because you seen the growth, okay? I seen it this episode, sister. I see it, okay? So they take us over to Tinka, and Tinka tells Rolly, like, girl, you might have ran into the bullets, baby, but I didn't, and I still need that, period. So she goes over and she sneaks Tommy from behind and snatches her wig. Okay, snatch, snatch, snatch. Okay. So Sapphire pulls out, Mr. What's the problem to document everything, okay? And sister, you probably gonna need a book for each baddie the way this season is starting off so far, okay? Krishan looks like, she's genuinely trying to squash whatever the issue is with, Big Lex and Summer. And Taseki wants all the smoke, okay? So she's still popping it. And the power behind the slap, okay, that Taseki hit Summer with, like she summoned her ancestors with that slap. The sound alone was deafening, okay, like everybody gasped when she smacked the Wakanda out of Summer. Okay. So Dorley claims she didn't do nothing when Summer was slapped because she wasn't getting jumped. Okay. But if my memory serves me correctly, y'all, Lex, Summer, and Dorley was on that all last season when it came to K Rican, Fauna, Kokilla, and Tavy. Okay. So all of that is just an excuse, miss. You're scared, okay, and you don't want that. Just say that. So Taseki approaches Summer again, okay? And lets Krishan know, like, yeah, you safe, but nigga, I'm not, okay? Now hold my purse while I slap the out of her respectfully, okay? And I keep at that. So, Lex trying to be Summer bodyguard is funny to me because, like, what is you going to do for her? Like, let's play out this scenario, okay? If Taseki and Krishan really try to hop on Summer, what are y'all going to do? What are you going to do? I would like to see it. Okay? What are y'all going to do? So Taseki ends up, letting Mariah Lynn run that with Summer because Summer was scared. Like, you seen it. You know what I mean? And I don't think she wanted to make herself out as a bully, but she lets, Mariah Lynn run that for her. So out of nowhere, Rolly says she wants to have a conversation with Tanisha. Like, so she, she lets Tanisha know she felt disrespected, because Tanisha shared her point of view on, Rolly and Slim's situation when it came to baddies. And, they're back and forth online. And they both apologize like grown women. And we love to see it. Tanisha was right. This is what it's all about, especially from, her era of Bad Girls Club was about healing and was, even when girls had drinking problems, they tried to get them into AA meetings. If they had something really serious going on, they tried to get them into therapy, but over time, this new, Bad Girls Club, aka Baddies, it definitely turned into something different. They are definitely capitalizing off of these girls' situations. And that's just what it is, truthfully, honestly. Allegedly. Okay, don't sue me. No shade. Next enters Lemuel, okay, Plumber. Letting the ladies know, Natalie may not be around as much anymore. And he's looking for leaders to add to Baddies as well. So I'm going to keep it honest. Out of all of the Baddies, I can see Rolly being a leader. I can see Scotty being a leader. And I can see Tanisha being a leader. I feel like a leader has to have a certain level of respect throughout all the ladies. You understand? And even though, I think out of the two that I picked, everybody would pick, Rolly and Tanisha. But I'm going to give Scotty her grace because, I feel like people are comfortable coming to her. And you have to have somebody like that on your team as well. Regardless of, even if I'm in a situation with this person, I know I can come to this person if she has a job and she's going to get it done. And I do think Scotty is like that for sure. So let Scotty take the floor. And, Scotty lets the ladies know that she is expecting with Lemmy. And all the girls show her love. Like, it was a really nice moment. Even Lex, they don't have a good relationship. However, she did clap, and that does say a lot. No shade. So it's the next day, and Taseki sees March there with Krishan, and she loses it, okay? She's going off, ranting and raving, girl, rightfully so, because, mind you, if we mended and we're on the show together, why would you bring someone that I fought already, knowing the history that we have? No shade. And, it's not to say Krishan did anything wrong. I don't think Krishan did nothing wrong. But she is at fault for, being naive and inconsiderate to Taseki in this situation. So we see the baddies like split up into their own sprinters and everything. So, some of the girls are inside of the sprinter, and they asked Tika Bella, what happened? And she said, she don't know why they started with her. She don't know what was going on, but suggest that they do a song together, and I'm here for it. I really don't like her and Cole Killer beefing. I think they could have been cool for real if Tinka would have just said, like, girl, yes, I heard your song, no shit, I took your song when I back in, like, you understand, but you trying to say you don't know, like, girl, everybody knows that song, okay? It's a bad bitch party. You need to knock it in. I can take your bed. Pass it to my friend. I can shake your hand. No, I'm not your friend. I don't fuck with bitches. I just want some bands. Bitch, hello? So, Taseki's, they're on their sprinter with Marilyn, Anna, and Biggie. And, she lets them know what Krishan said to, I believe, Safari. She said Taseki was not her sister, and, she's just, related to her by blood. That Marsha's her sister, allegedly. And, she's glad that she has them there for her. And at that moment, it hit me. And I think that's why, I think Krishan knew, if our relationship goes south, because they had just mended their relationship, Krishan and Taseki, Taseki still has Mariah in there. She still has Biggie there. She still has Anna there. And I do think that played a part of the reason why, Krishan brought Marsh with her to the show. No shade. So Summer calls out Tinkerbella, claiming, she doesn't like Dolly for real. So Tika and Summer going back and forth, giving their reasons why. And then Dolly chimes in and, gives her 2 cents. The next thing I know, she asks Tika, like, well, what you want to do? Taking out her bag, girl. And Dolly starts swinging, y'all. And that's where, we end. And I cannot wait to pick it back up on Sunday. Let me know in the comments who y'all rooting for and who y'all riding for this season on Baddies USA. Leave a like and subscribe to my channel, y'all. We almost at 100 subscribers. And it's free. No shade. And I will see y'all in the next video. Mwah. No bars.